Hello, let's do the New York Times games for Tuesday, September 30th. All right, we got 4 wood clues in here. Wood, Woodstock, Woodchuck, and Woody. I'm guessing this is a rainbow herring where one goes in every category. Woodchuck could chuck, right? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? But that would go with wood. That would put 2 of the wood ones in the same category. So maybe they're not doing the rainbow herring? Or maybe they are. And this isn't one. Or this is a red herring. You could be wooden, stiff, stilted, awkward. Okay. This makes me think it is a rainbow herring. Or maybe it's not. Maybe this still is a category, but the other one is too, with wood and woodchuck going in there. Oh, I think I just saw something. Therefore, G3. So this ends in 4, this ends in 3. A homonym, or a homophone for a number. Den. 6, class 6. Okay. Chuck, stiff, foghorn, create. 8. So we have 4, 6, 3, and 8. That's kind of crazy. That has to be purple, right? Okay. That also means that the wood thing is not a rainbow herring. Alright. So woodchuck, wood, could, and what was the other one? Chuck. That could be a category. Is that blue though? I'm not sure. Then we have awkward, wooden, stilted, and stiff. That would leave Woody, Foghorn, Woodstock, and Scrooge. Are these cartoon characters? You have Foghorn Leghorn, Woody Woodpecker, Scrooge McDuck, and Woodstock. Woodstock. Is that from Peanuts? Like Charlie Brown? Woodstock. Ah, man, you know I watched Charlie Brown when I was a kid, but I don't really remember a ton about it. Is that the bird? Woodstock. I think it is. So which one of these is blue? I'm going to say this one's blue. It is. All right. Cartoon birds specifically. All right. And then I'm going to say the woodchuck could chuck wood one is green. All right. Words in famous tongue twister. And then this is just to be awkward. I don't know. Whatever word they're going to use for it for yellow. Unnatural as mannerisms. Okay. All right, the purple one is kind of nuts. I just saw therefore, and I don't know, 4 at the end of therefore kind of stands out. And maybe I'm just used to looking for things like that now, that it just stood out when I saw G3. Okay, let's see what they give it. 3 out of 5. I mean, I can see that. Like I said, purple is kind of crazy. And even the blue one is very specific. Like, those cartoons are generally a little older. Although, didn't they redo a McDuck one recently? What do they call it? DuckTales? But still. Woody Woodpecker, you haven't seen Woody Woodpecker in forever. Woodstock, do they still make Charlie Brown stuff? And then Foghorn Leghorn's kind of older too. Alright, let's check the bots. 4 to 5 difficulty, 51%. I mean, not quite as tough as I've seen, like... Still 20% of players getting nothing, or having no mistakes. But still pretty tricky. 1 in 210 uniqueness for reverse rainbow, that seems about right. Let's see, yellow, 56%. Big drop down to green. Another decent drop down to blue, and then purple's only 3% first. Let's check ever. So yellow is the one that almost everybody's getting, and then, yeah, big drop down to the other 3. Regular rainbow order is the biggest winning game, followed by yellow, blue, green, purple. So nobody's getting purple until over here. And then 21% getting yellow, and then 10% just getting absolutely nothing. So yeah, it definitely seems like purple's the tough one. I mean, obviously, it's kind of nuts. Let's check the mistakes. Cartoon names, Guthrie. Is there a Guthrie cartoon? I can see if you're going to not know one, it's going to be Woodstock. So I can see trying it. Men's nicknames, Woody, Guthrie, Chuck, Scrooge. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, Chuck and Woody make sense as nicknames. Guthrie isn't a nickname as far as I'm aware. I mean, it could be a name, yeah, but a nickname? Is it short for something? Not that I'm aware of. And then Scrooge is just Scrooge McDuck. That's just the name of a cartoon character. Or Ebenezer Scrooge, the last name of the old guy, the rich guy. Or was he rich in that? In, what was the name of that story? The one with the Ebenezer Scrooge. I forget. But Scrooge isn't a nickname, is my point. Alright, Woody, stiff, awkward, stilted. Okay, it would be, well, I would say Woodin. I think Woodin is better for this than Woody. Loud sounds for therefore, Woodstock, foghorn, woodchuck. I think this is just putting in like compound words together. I don't think it has anything to do with sounds. I think there's a lot of guessing for cartoon characters in here. And then just random guessing too. Alright, on to the mini. Alright, exclamation made with a shiver. Burr? That's not really an exclamation. Put her there. Hello? Maybe? You've got to be kidding me. Negative attribute, so to speak. I don't know. Got some should I? Slept. Oven button with a high or low setting. I think hello is wrong. Get together again like alumni. I'm not sure. Make go room. Drive? Something's wrong here. Spots where you might spot some spotters. I have no idea. Egg container. I think hello's wrong. You might be wrong too. Egg container is a carton of eggs. What's an egg container? Huh? Spots where you might spot some spotters. Eyes? Put her there. Is burr right? Broil. Okay, burr is correct, I think. Get together again like alumni. Reunion. But reun? Is reun a word? Is that a verb? Make a room. I think slept is wrong. Got some shut-eye. But it's past tense. You slept. Put her there. Erect? Like you erect something, you put... No, that can't be right. That doesn't make sense with this other one. This doesn't make sense either. Negative attributes, so to speak. Alright, I'm going to use the checker. Okay, it's not eyes. That's what's throwing me off here. Put her there. Greet. Okay. Or greet. Rev up. Oh, it's two words. I always hate the two words. Spots where you might spot. Is greet not correct? A container. What am I missing? Negative attributes, so to speak. Is greet incorrect? Let's check again. Put her there. What? Put her there. Greek? Put her. Oh, green putt. I hate that clue. I'm going to say it right now. I hate that clue. Put her there. That's not a phrase. A container. A nest. A minus. I really didn't like this puzzle. put her there. It's not even... I hate puns. It's not even a pun, because put, it's not put. It's put. And then minus slept was correct. Rev up. The double word ones always mess me up. Nest makes a lot of sense. Okay. Jim's spot a spotter. Okay. I didn't like this puzzle. All right, on to pips. All right. We need less than 3, so it's either going to be the 0 or the 2 2s. Greater than 3, so it's going to be a 4 or a 3. Greater than 4. All right, so the 5 3 has to go here. And that means the greater than 3 has to be the 4s, the less than 3, and then this can just go here like this. All right, 18 seconds. Nice. Okay, on to the medium. All right, so 8. This could be... it can't be 4 2s, so that's out. It could be a 2 1 1 3 maybe. Actually, no, that doesn't work. 2 1 1 4 maybe. All right, 10 has to be 2 5s or a 6 and a 4. It can't be a 6 and a 4. Because it's on the same domino. So this has to be 2 5s. Okay. So let's go 5 0 here, and then we'll go 5 2 up, hopefully. And then so we need this to equal 6. We could do the 4 and 2 1. So we could go like this, and then like this. All right, 45 seconds. So close. Okay, onto the hard. Ooh, this one looks complicated. So we have a 0 up here. We have a bunch of zeros. This has to be 2 1s and a 0 probably. 17. How are we getting to 17 in 3 numbers? That's 2 6s and a 5. Okay. This has to be a 6 5 on its own. So this one just goes up here. This has to be equal 8 on one domino. How many of those do we have? It could be the double 4 or the 5 3. We don't know which one. What is forced? This 3 5 is forced, so we can just go like this. Let's see. We need a 6 in here. We have a 6 1 and a 6 6. Well, if we put a 6 6 up here, the other 6 would have to go up here, and we need the 6s over here. So this can't be the 6 6. So we need the 6 1 up here. So let's just do this. And then this 6 6 is going to have to go in here. And then we need a 5. Maybe the 5 5 can go like this, possibly. That kind of works. And then we need a 1 with a greater than 3, so we could go like this, 1 5. We could do the double 4 up here to get to 8. We could do a double... Actually, the double 0 makes a lot of sense right here. This would have to be 1 1. Then this would have to be 3 something. Could be 3 0, could be 3 3. This has to be less than 5, so we could do like 2 1 or something. All right, this has to be a double. So let's go 3 3. And then this has to be less than 4, and this has to be less than 5. This 3 would have to go here like this if this is what I think it is. We could go like 2 2, 0 2, 2 1. All right, that works. That seems like there might be multiple solutions to this. Like I was just placing things. So I feel like there might be more solutions to this. In fact, you could put this 2 0 right here and switch this with the 2 1. So there's at least 2 solutions to this. I feel like there's multiple ones. But I'm not going to go through them. I don't know if this is supposed to look like anything today. I don't see it if it is. So I didn't really logic my way through that one as much as yesterday's. It was more like, these kind of work in these spots. There was a lot of forced ones over here, though. Like this 5 3 is forced right here. This 6 5 is forced right here. So if you find the first few that are just forced, then you probably solve it pretty quickly. And once this 5-3 is forced, I think the 4-4 is forced up here. I think this is the only domino that equals 8 other than the 5-3, but the 5-3 has to go down here. So maybe there's a couple different solutions with some of these smaller ones, but now that I think about it a bit more, it seems like there's a lot that was forced. All right, if you're enjoying the videos, please leave a like and subscribe, and let me know how you did on all the puzzles today.